it's time passing, right? So as time goes, we grow and we get older, and then we fit into different parts too. But how great that we can be learning from. I think there's no hiding in that millennials are. What we define as millennials are typically the early adopters in most of these technologies. They have been Facebook was only on college campuses when it started, and it's not as much as a shift because they're still using it. It's just that it's expanding to the late adopters. And so how great that we can, we should focus on that so that we can. It's great that it actually goes out to the people who are older later. So your market keeps growing if you figure out how to use these types of technologies. If you look at YouTube, if you look at Facebook, if you look at MySpace, if you look at Friendster, if you look at IRC and ICQ and all these things back in the days, it's always been the younger generation that's been leading the way. And for us who only talk to college students, we basically have 4 years to try to reach to them. So we have to try to learn and understand those technologies, but that's a big challenge. And if we all learn how to do it, then we as an industry will move together, and ultimately we'll just talk to a lot more people, which is great.
We have time for one more question.
Well, I am, because I happen to be building a student discount program, so that's what I spend most of my time on. And on the merchant side, we think about it more as a price differentiation strategy. So for the college students, they're a group of people, a closed audience of people with less ability and willingness to spend. So just like you price differentiate different parts of the country, you can price differentiate towards this group and reach them. That's just one way of adding, a very clear, easy way to add real value to this group that we happen to use. If you find other ways, that's great. I personally happen to think that points and miles aren't the way, because they're too complex and they're hard to. There's a lot of redemption. There's a lot of hidden stuff, and it's just too complex. Is what we've found, and a lot of I think Rick's research has shown as well that they're active, but they're not as active as the others in those programs. So. That's my message, but I think you should just go back and look at what's the real value you can deliver to this group. Cash is easy, right? It's just free money is great. So we're creating a message around that, but yours doesn't have to be that.
So I'll just go back to another research we did about 6 months ago, and we asked our panel, why do you, 60% of them said they were following brands on Facebook. So we asked them, what prompts you to download an application or go to a fan page on Facebook? The top 2 answers that they gave, 70% of the people went and visited a fan page to get information on a product or a service. And the number 2 reason was get a promotion or a discount on a product. So you're right up there, but I think it's the age-old things, and nothing's really changed in terms of that fundamental. You have to have a messaging strategy and reach these people where they are. And what do we do with emails? Just provide information, product information and service information. What do we do? Provide promotional information, and that I don't think has really changed with millennials.
Yeah, I think, and this can take a different panel, but I think the key thing to remember is to create value. It's not, whether we like it or not, it's not always as easy as just giving a discount. It's about providing a value. I'll give one very brief example. We sell airfares to students. We're not always cheaper, but we happen to have better terms. Cancellation of a ticket, what's usually known as a non-refundable ticket, all of a sudden you can change it or cancel it, and all you lose is $25. That's not a discount, but it's a huge value. Those are the kind of things that you need to think through, and again, ask people, what's more important to you? And 80% of the time you'll get answers that don't make sense, and that's probably not very applicable. But if you get 1 or 2 answers, it might change your entire marketing strategy. Lastly, but not least, I think let's not underestimate the 18 to 25-year-olds or millennials. We live in Boston, and I see Boston University students walking down the main street in Boston with Gucci and Louis Vuitton handbags. again, it's value. If that's important to me, then I'm willing to ante up and pay the premium. So it's not always about a discount, it's about what I am willing to pay for a certain service or product.
That's great. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. I've learned a lot, actually, from organizing this thing. I've learned quite a lot, and I'd like to thank Atle and Bjorn and Raji for participating. And I want to get everybody off to the reception, but we're going to all be around for a couple of minutes, so I'd invite anybody that has another question just to come on up, and we can talk a little bit afterwards. But thanks, you three.